The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Yeah, I got myself a nice...
Healthy Steve Rhodes and somewhat healthy Tom O'Brien.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. But anyway, it's breaking up. The cold's breaking up, folks. We refuse to be sick around here.
That's right. Absolutely.
We get the Dow down 147, Nasdaq's off 46, S&Ps are off 22, gold's down 54, silver 121. You get the bonds up 30. King dollar is on the move. I mean, big time.
It is, absolutely.
Look at this. King dollar's up 72 ticks. The euro's getting destroyed. That's down $1.50.
Yes, yes.
And you know, we were talking last week about, okay, so the Fed was opening up the lines, bringing the interest rate down to 0.5%.
Yeah.
So check this out, folks. This is pretty amazing. In 1 week. So these numbers are always behind a week, by the way.
Yeah.
But in 1 week, we went from 400 million.
Yeah.
Not that that's a lot in the swap line.
Yes.
To 50 billion.
Yeah.
Now, percentage-wise, that's insane.
Yeah.
So the world needs dollars, folks, and needs dollars in a big way, which is pretty amazing. So next week, when they release those numbers, you can expect. Hey, listen, man, it could be 50 billion. It could be 500 billion.
They released over the weekend?
Yeah,
I know because the
night.
Fed balance sheet comes out every Thursday.
This came out. I started last night.
Okay.
That's where it come out. So,
yeah.
And, you know, and listen, it could be there right now.
Yeah.
So they went from 50.7 billion from 400 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a big number.
I'd say folks want King dollar.
Yeah. You know, and what that's all about, folks, is that what ends up happening is that is not the printing. That is that they actually need it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a different ballgame. That's saying that, okay, it's getting pushed over there. They're dumping the euros. They're dumping anything.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I can see what they're doing to gold. You know, because bottom line is that people need money.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're destroying it. And, you know, how we come down, it looks like the A to B to C to D is 1630.
Yeah.
We're at 1664. You know, we'll see whether it wants to go after this 1545 September 26th low right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, silver, how is that holding up this morning?
Yeah, it's getting smoked, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, is it at the top of that swing point?
SIH. Yeah, silver is definitely weaker than gold. No,
it still hasn't gotten down to the top of that.
No, it hasn't.
Has it, right?
That's 30.74. We're at 31.07. You get 21,000 contracts. And, yeah, it's going to be a close call here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get my charts up right now, folks. Sorry about that. It's going to be, you know, I mean,
Hey, you got to love the full moon,
I'll tell you, and it was a beautiful full moon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And we were coming across the water Saturday night, and that moon was coming up and was just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it's incredible, you know, how well these lunar cycles act as triggers.
Yes.
You know, and then from there, once you've got the trigger, then you've got to start. Okay, so you've got the trigger, folks. But what then you have to do is then you have to start going into your other mode, taking a look at other patterns. You know, whether it's volume patterns coming into swings, gaps, retracements, in order to really put it all together. You know,
exactly.
You're looking for the trigger mechanism.
Right.
And we absolutely have that, you know, at this moment. And so, you know, the high that was put in on Friday is for this cycle right now. You know, and it's important to understand that high. It's important, especially over the next couple of days. If that gets taken out, you know, then what you've got is you've got a failure of this trigger mechanism of this full moon cycle. And then your next thing that you're going to be taking a look at is going to be back up at that October 27th area. So volume, you know, is going to be, you know, important to take a look at as one of the factors. But nothing is going to be more important than watching the currency piece of it.
Right.
Because the relationship has more to, in my opinion, has more to do with the currency valuation, where the currencies are going, than the volume patterns in the marketplace. And when you're in a holiday time period, and volume still means something. Very important.
You're being sacrilegious, man.
Huh?
You're being sacrilegious.
No.
Oh yeah. Now see, that's what makes a market, folks. That's
right.
That's what makes a market. No doubt.
Right. Yeah. So you want to watch the euro, you want to watch the pound, you want to watch the yen. If you just watch those three currencies and see those get weaker and watch the patterns inside there, then that's telling you King dollar, is on the move, and there's just no way that the markets can move north with King dollar going higher.
Yeah, and
that correlation's not going to come apart.
No, and it's getting stronger. What has happened though, because of the move in the euro this morning, I mean, this is quite a move.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like, okay, we're going to get a nice counter turn bounce in the middle of the day and then, give it up, which would be beautiful. But we'll see. I mean, what you just had here with the euro, folks, we've gone from, 132.34. Yeah, it's almost 2 full pennies.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, what I was telling you about was the pound, and the pound today, traded down to a low on the pound, traded down to a low of, 153.36. Right now you're trading out at 155. So that thing is, come back. Let's just take a look at the a 30-minute chart and see if there's any patterns up there from a retracement standpoint. Let me just throw this up here real quickly. And, what you can see here, so you can, let's see what, so you can see that, we have a 786 retracement between a swing point. You got what looks like a move coming back here.
Yeah.
Not complete, but close enough.
Yeah.
You had an expansion. Oftentimes you see this 1.128 as opposed to 1.272, but it doesn't look like it's completed on the 30-minute chart. Doesn't look like it's completed an ABC pattern on the way down. Let's just take a quick look at that coming up here from the high that it made at 9 a.m. on the 8th. I don't know, where would you go? Maybe this one here?
Yes.
Down here. So, you got more than a 1-to-1. You did a 1. Okay, perfect. So it does a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals C to D, which would have projected at 155.40. What's it get down to? It gets down to 155.36. Oh my goodness!
Sorry.
That is it's amazing.
It really is amazing.
that it does that. When you do more than a 1-to-1, A to B equals C to D. You then retrace. So what's it doing now? On its way back up here. Right now, you've got the pound and a retrace back to the 0.618 area. So here's, on the downside, we had a 1.128 expansion. Okay, on the bottom, we had the one, so get on the top and on the bottom, a move out here, almost like we're just repeating patterns on the bottom, and a 0.618 retracement. What's it do? Starts to move back down again. So you're going to want to watch the pound as well, because the pound moves lower and the euro moves lower. There is all kinds of juice in King dollar.
I know you were mentioning it on your 9 o'clock show. Shanghai took out lows.
Oh, it did. It took out lows, and if it closes there, from a weekly standpoint, it says hello July 2010 time frame, because that's where it's headed to.
Oh yeah, 1600s all over, man. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It really is.
It is. It really is. But that's you want to look for signals like that in the marketplace, folks.
Yeah, and China, it's pretty amazing. It really is. And the FTSE is not bad.
That's right.
Compared to the DAX. Which makes sense actually because of the pound.
Yeah, that's right. With its bounce back there, and what is wild though, after the meetings that all the meetings, everything, so you could, to a certain extent, I guess you could say everything's out in the news. Okay, from a euro standpoint, no more real meetings. Maybe they've got one more meeting set up between now and Christmas, but certainly they're not going. Last week was the time for them to take some real massive action if they wanted to stabilize the markets or what have you. And do whatever it was they were going to do, and they
can't do it.
Yeah, they punted.
The bottom line is they can't do it because they're all broke.
Yeah. Folks. I mean, look. Yeah. So right now you got the euro trading near the lows of its session.
Oh, it just broke them.
And
it's going after that 32.12 we're talking about.
That's right. And so where it's going, folks, is going over. It's going after the November 25th low, 132.113. You're trading 132.203 right now. And once that gets taken out, then where that's headed to is to head down to the bottom. This is where it's really going. It's going down to the bottom of October 4th time frame. And that low there is 131.444. No, 131.144. area. And then if you pull the euro back further, that's another swing point. And the problem is when that gets taken out, then that's telling you you're going back to the time frame of January of this year, January 2011. So I say that for between now and the new year, folks, make sure that you're absolutely paying attention to the currency marketplace as much as anything.
Oh, it's huge, man.
Because that correlation, it is a beautiful thing. That correlation is
it's probably more than
83%
83% right now. I mean, Bloomberg was saying it's 83%, the coefficient between the euro and the market. I suspect it's even bigger than that. You know what I mean? Because we've seen it tick for tick, man. That dollar goes up. There it is. There it is. There's the King Dollar chart.
That's right. And it's it's the biggest correlation that's out there, which makes it the easiest thing, for traders to pay attention to.
That's right.
And especially when you take a look at expansions, ABC patterns. We just showed the 1 to 1.272 on the ABCD down of the pound on a 30-minute chart. So these things work really well. Good old Fibonacci. Just understand your expansions and contractions, and you can.
It's amazing.
You can do well in the marketplace.
It really is amazing. I love that Dow chart you were showing on Friday.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that over the weekend, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
Well, we showed really kind of two. Well, we showed that one chart. So the chart that Tom is talking about that we showed was we went back to, and I've shared it with everybody here, was back around the Thanksgiving time frame. And we just simply went back to, because that was the largest gain, I think, was in that 1932 area. The Dow was up 8% or something like that. And so in this past Thanksgiving, when we had that big update, it was 4%. And but what I did, because we had such a huge response from folks that wanted to see that chart, was I went ahead and put a special report together. I shared that with you on Saturday. And but that special report, what was even more important, the thing about the 1932 time frame was the question that we're most often asked is, well, if everybody trades off of these Fibonacci expansions and contractions, at some point in time they're not going to work. Well, folks, what that chart did was we went back into the 1932 time frame, and all you could see were 618 and 1.618 and 1.272 expansions. So,
seriously.
It's still working. And just because you know what's right to do doesn't mean that you're going to do it.
No,
okay?
Exactly.
And so it's a wonderful tool. And then what I did in that special report was really went back and took a look at the last 17P index date, which most represented the time period that we're looking at, which is in 1939. And what was cool about that chart was, you've got a lot of discussion about, let's say, a Santa Claus rally.
Yes.
Okay, we went back and took a look at that chart. There was not much of a Santa Claus rally. What's talked about is a pre-election year.
Right.
Point of pre-election year. It was a pre-election year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's intense, man.
That's right. And it's a real important chart, too. So if folks want that, they can send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. I'll send them that free report.
You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back with the Dow off 162, NASDAQ 49, S&P's off 20. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's just wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 170, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 21. And let's see where we are with volume here, because we're definitely, I mean, if there's going to be some action, we need some volume. And right now we don't. I mean, this has been pretty wild. Well, NASDAQ got it again. See, the NASDAQ is leading this baby.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, I mean, let's go look at Intel. You know, last week, you had Texas Instrument come out with a warning.
Yeah.
Altera come out with a warning. Now, both of those equities came all the way back when they come out with the warning. But what had happened is that, sure enough, they had a high volume low.
Yeah.
Intel come out again this morning and said, you know what, we're having a tough time.
What they give the reason for?
Yeah, they were saying that, and this is interesting because, of course, our man David White was all over this.
Okay, the floods?
Yeah, the floods.
Okay.
And the Intel, let's see, so they're blaming it on the shortage of hard disk drive supplies.
Okay.
Yeah,
so people can't put computers together.
Right.
You know, without hard drives, and people aren't buying the chips.
Exactly. So the company now expects revenue of 13.7 plus or minus 300 million. Would it be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just imagine, folks, you get plus or minus 300 million.
Yeah.
Give me a break, man.
Yeah. Hey, well, those are the numbers, you know, we're dealing with now. You know,
Yeah.
You get the trillion it's not a big deal. It's all of a sudden becoming part of the
vocabulary.
Yeah,
it absolutely is too. It absolutely is.
You know,
hey,
and when we were kids growing up, that'd have been that the same as gazillion.
Seriously,
trillion? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You see, Russia got some action.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. I mean, you know, you got the guy that bought the New Jersey Nets is going to run against Putin. They're going to kill him.
Yeah,
they're going to kill him or lock him up.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
he's dreaming.
Yeah, yeah. No, there's no question. They've got some, they've got some issues over there. I was, I don't know if, what people's references are for feeling inflation. Okay, yeah. But I have one that is so specific. Now, during the Perestroika, when Gorbachev and
yes.
I went over there and opened up a store with some partners
in Russia.
Yeah, in Russia. We opened up a store in the Peter and Paul Fortress in St. Petersburg.
Wow!
And it was really I went over there right in the July timeframe. So I was over there during what they call their white nights. Okay. So it never really gets dark. It kind of gets dusk for maybe about
Anchorage.
A 2-hour period of time.
I didn't realize St. Petersburg was that far north.
Yeah,
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and so now what was the time period that I was over there? Now when I travel around the world, especially I go to places like that, I like to stay at more authentic.
Yes.
Type of hotels, as long as you're over there. Now, sure. I mean, still, so I was staying at one of the better Russian-branded hotels that was over there. Now, folks, each morning that I would wake up, there would be a note underneath my door.
Okay.
That note underneath my door said if I was paying in rubles, instead of the price being $1,400, whatever you locked it in, it was now going to be $1,700.
Really?
Or instead of 17 now, it was going to be 2,400 rubles.
Every day?
Every day. Every single day. Now, the good news was I was obviously paying in dollars, so it was not a big deal. But, that was totally experiencing, inflation.
And that's where what did happen at that time, right, is that people that were multi-millionaires got wiped out because the ruble exploded, right?
That's right. And so it was an interesting time. You talk about this guy that wants to go over there and up against these mobs, if you will.
Yeah, it's KGB,
that's really
man. Putin he's the ultimate KGB.
He is. He absolutely is. And so now you get a picture of this. Obviously, it gets extremely cold over there. Like right now, it's pretty cold over in Russia. And so we were in the Peter and Paul Fortress in the summertime. Was a good place to have a business. But in the wintertime, it was so cold, nobody would really, go there or go into the retail area. So the partners that I had over there, they moved into one of the main shopping malls, which is on the main one of the main streets over there. And they were having to pay off so many different groups. First, there would be like a group that would come in. They would, force them to pay extra money as protection. Then there would be a larger group that would come in. Then a larger group. And finally, it became unsustainable. There was no possible way to generate any type of revenue to be able to...
wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, one of our tigers in the area is in the den saying, you were told Russia would never default on your bonds. Well, whoever told you that doesn't have a large memory because that whole fiasco in '98 was implosion. So
yeah. Well, what's interesting here, I mentioned there's and I've got to go find the article. I know it's somewhere in my system, but I believe that Germany has defaulted on 2 other occasions up till now.
Yeah.
Which so for folks to right now they're beating their chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways,
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us today. And Steve's going to do the talking.
That's right. Yeah, we got Tom in here for looks. I'm going to be the voice. I'm going to be the voice right now because he's struggling. But you got the Dow is down 171, Composite down 51, S&P's down 21. King Dollar. What is King Dollar? Up 77 ticks. That thing is on the move. And what I do have up on my screen, I covered this here during the first hour that I was on. And folks, if you want a copy of this chart, and there's no reason that you wouldn't want, this is the, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com, and I'll send you a full free report on this. And this is really going back to the time frame of September 23rd, 1939. Why? Because that's a 17 planetary index date that came in. When we take a look at referencing the October 27th time frame, that is the P-index date that we're in right now. These are anomalies, if you will. So we had
17?
17. There was 17 on the 27th. They're anomalies, which means in this case here, these dates happen 0.03% of the time, not 3%, but 0.03%. This is the one that came in October 27th was the 20th one that we've had since 1800, if you will.
And 21? What number?
20. Number 20.
That's
number
nothing.
20. That's number. Yeah,
That's
number 20 since 1800.
Wow.
And my subscribers, I've gone back and taken a look at all of the. I take a look at all of the different astro events out there just to see if they give us any type of signal, any type of sign, any type of edge, and something to pay attention to. So, what is important to really understand about this? Number one, it's important to also understand if you take a look at this chart, you're going to see all types of Fibonacci retracement or expansion numbers. You're going to see the 382 that we use. You're going to see the 618s, the 786 retracement areas here. You're going to see a 1.618 expansion. And so, it's real important to understand those numbers. What's more important about, I think, this time period is this time period, in my opinion, is more reflective of what we're going through right now from the standpoint of a pre-election year cycle, which has a typical upward bias. Okay, we're in the holiday season that has a typical upward bias. And when you take a look at what we've got going on here, yes, did the market move up a bit going into the January 3rd time frame? Sure. It went up here, but was it able to go ahead and take out the P index date? No, it wasn't. Was it able to trade with inside there? Sure. Just like the diamonds have been, just like the Dow has been. But what's important to understand is, even though, you're going to hear about the biases of a Santa Claus reality, you're going to hear about the biases of a pre-election year. And what I want you to see is a 17 planetary index date that happened in the past that seems to be trading very similar to the way that our markets are trading right now. And then I want you to see how, it finally, fell off the chart, where you went from the Dow went from the $150 area all the way down to the $110 area. That's a pretty large move out there, folks. And
it's huge.
Yeah.
I remember, and if you have been listening, folks, depending on how long you've been listening, I remember Larry Pezzamento. This was going back to 07 and 08.
Yeah.
He was that August date.
August 17th.
Yeah. He was explaining to folks, if that gets broken, watch out.
That's right.
And folks, let me tell you something. No matter what you're thinking, factually, okay, go back and look at it, because Larry was talking about that 5 months before it broke.
That's right.
And then it broke, and then all hell broke loose.
For sure.
That was just amazing, man.
Yeah. And what you had going on there, that August time frame, right here, it was really during the week of the 13th, let's say through the 17th. What you had a series of conjunctions and oppositions.
Okay.
That if you went back for a couple hundred years, they always had marked low in the marketplace.
Amazing.
So when you kind of put that type of stuff into perspective, that as soon as, and I know that Larry was using that as his signal, as soon as that low was broken, and it was really broken during the month of June of 2008. It got penetrated before then.
Right.
Okay. But now what's interesting, if you go take a look at those lows and you take a look at where the New York Stock Exchange in its move up couldn't even get up to the bottom of those lows.
That's all it did, huh?
And we've got a lot of we'll be right back, folks. The Dow's down 170, S&P's down 21. We'll be back in just a few.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted that was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You've got the Dow down 165, S&P's down 21, Composite down 48, and I'm Steve Rhodes, and next to me is Tom O'Brien. We got to give him some TLC here.
Yeah.
He's a little under the weather, but he is toughing it out. And
it's actually breaking up. It sounds terrible, folks, but it's the cold's actually breaking up.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I got my invisible wall up here.
I know.
I just went through it.
I don't blame him. He moved when I walked in this room. I don't blame him either. No,
folks, we've got a really great promotion going on right now. And it's this one thing, if you're not living, if you're not giving, you're not living, folks. And so we've got the ability for you to be able to, first make more money on your money. If you, for an example, it's our Tiger Dollar promotion program. And if you go ahead and buy $1,000 worth of Tiger Dollars, $1,000, you invest $1,000, what you're going to get is a 30% bonus on top of that. So $1,000 equals $1,300. But then the other side of the bonus, which is really cool, is the way that Tom has worked this out, is 10% of that $1,000. So $100 would go directly in your name to the Salvation Army.
Right.
So you're going to be giving, more than you're going to be giving to yourself. You're going to be giving to others, which is really all about. And go over to the homepage of TFNN. You'll see all the details there. I think that promo goes through the 18th.
Yes.
Okay, so week before Christmas, so you still got time to get in on that.
And it's already the 12th. It's hard to believe.
I know. It absolutely is. I mean, 12 days before before Christmas is here.
Isn't that cool?
Can start actually doing some shopping.
I know.
Surfing around the internet or something.
Oh, this is a funny story. So last night or yesterday, the only child we still have home is Kyle. He's 16, right?
Yeah.
And so Kyle says, we're at the kitchen table yesterday eating breakfast. He says, it doesn't even seem like Christmas. I says, well, go out and start spending some money. It'll seem like Christmas. And Angie and I both looked at the same time like, yeah. Go out and start buying some presents. You'll know it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No doubt.
Yeah, exactly. Now, folks, when I got up on my screen here, we were just talking about it before we were going to the break, and what you're looking at is the monthly chart on the New York Stock Exchange. And this is a really important chart because what Tom was bringing up was the lows from the August time frame from 2000. And so we were talking about that. If you didn't pick up on that conversation, go catch the archive of this show. We're on Channel 15. Now, what we're taking a look at are the highs that were actually put in February and March of this year. What we had two cycles where during a short period of time, in this case here was between the week of the 17th to the 25th, this is through February of 2011, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different conjunctions.
Wow.
That is a really unusual set of conjunctions to have come in during that short period of time. And then the following month in March, at the end of March, beginning of April, so from the 27th through the 3rd, you had another 5 conjunctions. So those highs are really important, and you can see that the market really stopped dead in its tracks, never made it back up into the low from August 17th.
That's a huge one, man.
It is a huge one. And then, so that was this here that you're looking at, this channel, was nothing more than the bull market leg of a bear market.
Right.
That was your B to your C, if you will.
That is crazy.
And so, if this is so right now you can see how this is trading inside these channels here, and you want to really pay attention to it. And you can see right now up at the top, you've also got that 17 planetary index date that we were taking a look at during the beginning of the last break. And again, if you want that chart, which is really a whole report that I did, just send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. I'll be happy to get that out to you. And if we just simply take a spin around and go take a look at the currency market out there, if we take a look at the euro, just see where we're trading at right now, you can see the euro is absolutely taking on the swing point low from the November 30th. That low, 132, 113. Let's see, where is it traded down to? It's traded down to 132.086. So it's gotten below that. Right now, you're just above it, 132, 121. The euro does not look like it wants to stop this ride down. And, it's so important to understand about this euro pattern here. This is the daily chart. So going from the swing high of October 27th all the way to that low that we were talking about on November 25th, this was not even able to do a dead cat bounce. It was not even able to get back to the 0.382 retracement. That, folks, says that there is, look, that from the standpoint of an ABC down, is huge. And you've got several of them out here. So you want to be able to understand these markets. You can see the euro simply making lower highs, making lower lows. This thing is in a, and just take a look at the, the report that Tom brought in from the Fed swap line where, it went from 50 million to 400 million to 50 billion King dollars.
In a week.
Yeah. That folks needed out there. So, I think a part of the sell-off that you get, the DAX is down right now. Let's see, what is the DAX down? It's about 160 or 70 points, I'm thinking. The DAX here, if I pull this down, you got the DAX down 164 points, FTSE down 80. And so, if we were apparently, the invitation that the U.S. markets got on Friday, well, there must have been a misprint. Somebody didn't read the fine print, because you would have thought that after our move 180 points up on the Dow on Friday, that Europe would have been they would have been invited to the same party.
Yeah,
but apparently we got a bummed invitation out there because, and folks, when you're taking a look at the euro, when the traders were coming online over in London, right in that 2-3 o'clock time frame, I was up at that time frame. They were just selling the heck out of the euro. They didn't want to. They didn't want to hold on to any of those euros out there.
No. And, it's almost a common sense deal. It's like, okay, hold on.
It is.
It's going lower, so how much lower can it go? Well, it can go quite a bit lower.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it'll have it fits and breathe, as you say, but the reality is that, the amazing part when you think about it, a couple of years ago, folks, they were talking about the euro taking over the U.S. dollar. It's like, give me a break, It's like not even close. It wasn't even close then. I think people that were talking about it had never been to Europe. Seriously, because Europe is a great place. I mean, but the bottom line is that it's not the United States.
Yeah, and you can. What's cool about just simply the patterns, the retracements, and the ABC patterns. All right, the ABC starting from the euro from the May 5th time frame, folks. We made our high May 2nd in the U.S. marketplace, and that began the A point. The B point down here was right around the low of the 131.6. Then we had the C point that we made, and AB equals CD takes us down to 124.159. You know what else is down there? 0.786 retracement. That's just a normal Gartley buy pattern, folks. Anyways, we'll be right back. 877-927-6648. Dow's off 160. S&P's off 20.
Now, this one here, check this one out. Do this one.
As Tom says, go long, America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but two exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York Stock Exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman, editor of the Chapman Market Line and Trends Watch, as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes and Tom O'Brien at the Money Masters. And, folks, stick around because coming up next, we got our man Basil Chapman. Following Basil in the on-deck circle, you got Larry Pesavento from 3 to 4. We got David White and 4 to 6. We'll see if Tom is able to take us home from there. We're going to go out to the drugstore. We're going to get everything we can to get him healthy. But Rick in British Columbia is on the line. Rick, thanks for calling.
Hey,
got any instant cures over here for my partner Tom?
Not really. I think he's got to use that line. What you think about, you bring about.
That's what I'm doing. And I broke it last night, which was perfect. Meaning, broke it, folks. I got myself to do a good sweat, so I actually feel 10 times better right now. I sound weird, but I felt 10 times better.
How was your weekend, Rick?
Really good, thanks.
Cool. Very good.
Especially when I can go into the weekend looking at volumes and saying, okay, this is where that's going to go, and that's where that's going to go. And that's why I got 2 stocks here, IWM and just real quick, because I know we're getting close.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Just take a look, though, how the IWM came down on volume a couple days ago there.
Yeah.
And I think we're going back to retest that, but I think tomorrow could be turnaround Tuesday.
Turnaround Tuesday. Hey.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I can see it. No, I see, what he's talking about, folks, the IWM, the volume, is anemic coming down this morning. It is. It's coming down at the 71 million, and that October 27th is probably still in play, which would be just dynamite. Really?
So I think you and Tom must be selling some gold along with the French, and today you have to let us know when you're doing it, because it's hammering the market here. But I just want to show you another one, and how volume works, and that's SLW. And that little low on the 29th was sitting there with volume, and we're coming down there as well right now. Where it goes from there is anyone's guess. We may get a bounce back up and so forth, depending on if the euro gets a bit of a bounce. But I just, and then don't forget options expirations on Friday.
No question. We
got weird Wally Wednesday on Wednesday.
Right. That's right. There's no question. I think the real key is that, as I've been saying, it's just simply your cues, should come right now even more from the currency market than any place else. And now the problem there is that you've got the currencies, as you know, trading, all night long, all day long. So, but it's really those patterns. It's really those expansions and those contractions between swing points, that sacred geometry, those Gartley buys and sells.
Yeah, and also with the euro, I first time I've ever sent Tom an email, actually, and Clive Mound, it wasn't so much that, but it was the COT, what do they call that, the, I forget now. But anyway, the smart money is long the euro.
Yeah, but see, what you have there...
Combine that with heavily shorted, I mean, it's amazing, it hasn't really dropped much considering all the problems they've had.
Rick, you can't even take the COT. That is so small. That is probably not even 1/10 of what currencies trade.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So that's a whole different ballgame.
The commercials who usually, hey, they're going to be wrong too. Don't get me wrong.
No. That's saying factually what we're talking about. He was saying that the COT. Well, the COT, that is probably 1/10 of what currencies trade. I know because I trade them. I trade them in the futures market versus the currency market. But the currency market is bigger. A gazillion times bigger.
Yeah.
The COT. You understand the COT is only the futures.
We'll see what tomorrow brings, but it looks to me like it could be turnaround Tuesday.
Yeah, well, what the euro's done, and I just simply got the 120-minute chart up, the 2-hour chart, and what the euro's done is right now it's work, which has made that move going back to that November 25th time frame. But that low out there, that 132, 113, is really, really critical. So, hey, Rick, good to hear your voice. Thanks for calling in. Folks, stay tuned because we got Basil Chapman coming up. Following Basil, Larry Pesavento, David White from 3 to 4, and Tom will do his best to take us home from 4 to 6. Thanks so much for joining us. Dow down 156 right now. Have a great morning.